This is the 2024 Kawasaki Eliminator 450. And I didn't even know this bike would be here. I've never even heard of it. So getting our first look at it, I think it looks okay. It does look a little different than what I'm used to. The dash looks very weird compared to other dashes here. It does look a little smaller. Kind of looks like the Vulcan and the RS mixed together a little bit. Passenger seat, very small. Single disc in the rear, single disc in the front. This is only in 450. Yeah, this feels extremely low. The tank does feel pretty big. I like where the pegs are actually. They're not too far back, not too high. They're nice and low. And they're right below, my foot's right below my knee almost. So that feels really good so far. Mirrors are big and round, but the handlebars kind of feel a little narrow. Let's get right into the test ride.
All right, we're on the Kawasaki Eliminator 450, and the first thing I notice is this ugly dash. Looks like it has all the necessary information, but where it is and what it looks like just looks terrible. Handlebars seem a little too far forward, like I should be closer. So as I get on this bike and begin to ride it, I'm looking at this as a beginner option, not so much intermediate or advanced rider option. Foot pegs are good location, not too far back, not too high. Engine seems pretty smooth right away. Plenty of power for a beginner. I mean, it's nothing like the Z900 that was just getting away from me the whole time. But if you're brand new to motorcycling, this is going to be plenty of power. What I noticed right away is that this is comfortable. This is not too aggressive, it's not too cruiser-like, it's not too sporty. It's right in the middle, very comfortable. It's not going to blow you away with the power. It does have a smooth engine, like it's I think he said it was the Z400 engine, just tuned slightly different, is what one of the people told me. I mean, this thing's got some power. This has got plenty of power for anyone just starting out, even some intermediate riders. I don't think this would be a bad option. It's comfortable. I'm 6'4". Handlebars are spaced enough. Maybe a touch more would be good. Mirrors kind of suck. I wasn't expecting more than this, honestly. It feels good. This meets my expectations, is how I put it. I will put the retail price up on the screen. I think it's around $6,000 to $6,500. That doesn't seem too unreasonable. Get this used for like $4,500. You'd have a nice bike. You can really wring this thing out, but getting up to speed is fun. Is it flickable? It's flickable enough. It's not extremely flickable. Vibration? It's a little buzzy. The mirrors mostly. The seat and the foot pegs and the handlebars, basically nothing when you're at speed. I'm not getting any cramps. 6'4" on this little 450, and I'm very comfortable. I wouldn't worry if you were a big guy. I wouldn't worry at all. Didn't shift or anything, and was able to get right back up to speed. Very easy, very quick. Most people, in my opinion, buy too much bike for their skill level or their needs. This bike feels like it could fit a category of someone who understands his real needs for a motorcycle and his skill level. Well, like I said, beginner, fine. Intermediate, fine. Advanced. If you're advanced, you probably want something bigger, something faster, more powerful, but do you really need it? No. If this was in my garage and I paid, $4,500, $55,000, something like that for this, used, I wouldn't be mad at it. I like it. Engine smooth. Okay, starting to cramp up a little bit. Not too bad. Okay, starting to cramp up on my left hip a little bit. Now, if I was in the market for a little CC bike, 450, something to just do it all, go on the cruise on the weekends, not carry a passenger. I don't think this is big enough for a passenger, at least for me. This would definitely be in the discussion, for sure. Comfortable, plenty of power for the size. The dash is the one huge negative in my opinion. You literally picked the ugliest possible dash. That suspension did hit way harder than anything else I've ridden today. So maybe the suspension isn't that great. So far it seems a little stiff. Well, let's talk about some of the things the dash does have. It does have a fuel gauge, it does have a gear indicator, it does have a tachometer, it does have miles per hour, obviously, odometer, and it looks like a clock as well. Huh. Oh, that downshift. That was nice. Oh, the downshifting on this is flawless. Haven't really mentioned the upshifting, so it must be fine. Yeah, upshifting, downshifting, excellent. I like this bike a lot. I don't think that's unreasonable. I don't think it's a steal by any means, but I don't think it's unreasonable. You know, it's more of a cruiser than it is a sport bike. You can tell it's tuned a different way than a sport bike. And that's not a bad thing. It's just depending on whatever you like. I haven't noticed the brakes or the clutch being too touchy, so that must mean they're fine. I love the downshifting on this bike. This is my #1 favorite bike I've downshifted on so far today. Does take a little bit to catch up, but it's not bad. For a 450, this is better than I was expecting. We'll put it that way. I think I might actually be enjoying this more than the 650 RS. For the prices, I might take this over the Vulcan too, just because the Vulcan's more expensive. And this, comparing the prices, you get quite a lot of bike for the price. Now, the suspension is a little bit rougher. The red line on this is just extremely high. Seems like it really likes to be around the 6,000 RPM mark. Can't get over how good this downshifting is. Shifting in general on this bike, really good. Now, this makes you want to ride fast, but on this bike, riding fast, you're not going to get in too much trouble at all. Because fast on this bike is a lot different than fast on, you know, like that Z900 I just rode. You can have a lot more fun with this because you can go faster for the bike. You know, fast for this bike versus fast for that bike. Legally, you can go a lot faster on this, if you know what I'm trying to say.
Just finished riding the Kawasaki Eliminator 450, new to 2024, and it met my expectations. Everything that I wanted it to do, it did. It was comfortable. It had plenty of power for a 450. It's never going to get away from you. Beginner bike friendly, I would say. Intermediate bike friendly. Advanced, you might want some more. I mean, it's not the fastest bike in the world, but for a 450, around the $6,000 mark, not bad, in my opinion. If I picked that up for like 45, $5 grand, I'd be happy all day long. Thank you guys for watching, and if you want to see me ride a bigger bike, the Z900, click this video right here. If you want to see me test ride any other bike, click this playlist right over here.
Rapping when they own me to sing on. They all want an album, so I gave them 20 singles. Yeah, I'm trying to get a hit, that's why I swing.